Oh, sorry for the delay, everybody. I was supposed to start this thing a little while ago, but I was having some issues with my PAP3 autopilot panel because I was messing around in the aircraft ACF and I tweaked some stuff that made it not recognize the jet. Hello, everybody. Good evening. It's Shane, and I'm going to be test flying an actual legit attempt at simulating the 900ER with the short field performance package. So, since 2016, these jets basically ship with that as standard. But I was looking through the aircraft files and some configuration files, and the plane was kind of half 737 SFP and half not. So I've done everything I could on my end to make it that way. So we're going to test fly this thing tonight, and what better place to do it than out of Salt Lake City with over 100 degrees Fahrenheit temperature. We're super hot and high, so we're going to see if this jet can actually do what it says it can do. So this is a legit test flight of my rendition of a 900ER with the SFP. And if this is successful, we can incorporate this in a future update for the level up, basically making the 900ER standard as an SFP. So what are some of the things that the SFP gives you? It gives you a 27,000 pound thrust up rate. It changes some of the flap load alleviation and the slat logic. It includes larger spoiler deflections on, like, ground spoilers go up to 60 as opposed to 38 degrees, and there's a 2-position tail skid. So I've done my best to replicate all that stuff, so we're going to see how it works. So tonight we're going to be flying from Salt Lake City over to San Francisco, and then down to Los Angeles, and after that we're going to be flying a 777-200ER over to London Heathrow, do a long haul, and we'll do some more European flying there tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and get this aircraft set up so we can get moving here. Parking brake released. Power's on. Battery. Cockpit lighting. Okay. All right. Mach speed test. We'll skip that. IRSs. Okay. Window heat. Probe heat. Emergency lights. Logo lights are off. Nav lights are on. Wing lights off. JIPWIZ system test. I'll skip it. Fire overheat test. Skip it. Take off warning system test. Good. Aileron rudder trim. 0. EFIS panel. Over to plan. All right, wait and balance airside service. Let's see if it uploaded. So airside service. Nope, it did not. Nice. All right, let's try it again. There we go. Nice full jet tonight. Okay, we're loading up. All right, and let's go ahead and set up the FMC. Flight plan request. While it's loading up, let's take a look here. Looks like we're using runway 34 right. Ooh, it's hot here. 34 right. With Desert 2 BAM transition. All right. So let's load that. Okay, so for departure, we're going to use a Desert 2 BAM transition 34 right. For our arrival in the San Francisco, we're on the Bodega 4 legs transition, and runway landing there tonight. 28 right. Ooh, that's fun. Actually, it's not fun. That's pretty boring. Probably 2.8 right from final. All right, and then ILS 2.8 right from final. Cool. Let's go ahead and check this route. Okay, looks good to me. Activate, execute. Performance initialization. I'm going to request that. And we'll take a quick peek at our flight plan, and we have a reserve plus alternate of 6.1. 6.1. All right. And for takeoff, I'm using a full 27K. So this is part of the SFP, right? So we got 27,000 pounds of thrust available for this flight. We're using full max power takeoff for this. Okay. And takeoff is going to be flaps 1 because we're hot and high. All right. And CG will be 21.4. Here are the V speeds. All right, we're going to be going fast on this one, but we have to because it's so hot out. 100.3. You know what? That humming sounds a little bit much for me.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
There we go. I like that a lot better. All right, cool. So takeoff is set. Let's go ahead and do the route data. And we'll be ready to go here in just a minute. All right, looks good. FMC has checked the set. Okay, IFR clearance. Let's press on. All right, we got a PDC from Salt Lake departure. We're cleared to San Francisco via the Desert 2 departure BAM transition. Maintain 240 until advised. Maintain 9,000. Maintain 9,000. Got it. Expect 320 10 minutes at departure. Departure frequency is 35.5. All right. TCAS is 0704. So 704. Radios are set for departure. Okay, nav is set. Fuel quantity is set. Flight altitude is 320. That's set. FMC, flight director's on. Left. Right. Auto throttle is armed. MCP airspeed V2 is 165. Man, we're going to be screaming down this runway. 165 is set. MCP heading. Let's just make that about 340 for now. MCP altitude 9,000 altimeters. 3002. Okay. All right, auto brakes RTO. APU. Is starting. Okay, departure briefing. All right, crew, we're at gate Bravo 20 at Salt Lake City. We're going to be heading over to San Francisco tonight. We're using runway 34 right, so I'm expecting taxi via Golf 7 to Hotel. Hotel 1 full-length departure on 34 right. Winds are variable at 4 knots. We have 12,000 feet available. We're on the Desert 2 RNAV departure. Instructions: climbing left turn on a heading between 260 and clockwise 320 from departure and the runway as assigned by ATC. Then radar vectors to cross Dirge at about 12,000. Then track 254 to cross Bonnie at about 14. So on and so forth. What's up, Cooper? Hello. All right, so one thing I want to point out tonight is that we are really pushing the limit for takeoff performance here tonight. We're just really at the edge of what this thing can do. The outside air temperatures actually dropped down to 37, so that barely puts us in limits for takeoff here, but we're here, watch, 37. All right, now we're good. We could barely make it off. So let's hope it goes well, okay? All right, lower MFD is on engine. Doors and windows are closed. Yaw dampers on. Hydraulic pumps on. Fuel pumps. Parking brake set. APU gens 1 and 2. Wheel chocks and ground support equipment is removed. Beacon light is on. Trim air is on. Engine bleeds off. APU bleeds are on. Engine starts go on left. ACARS. Yeah, we're good. Don't worry about that. Okay. We're tracking. Transponder TARA. Push to start.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
That's a nice looking jet, isn't it?
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
You're clear to connect. So, like, say departure. Good evening, Delta 1085 radio check. No? Oh. There we go. So I guess tower's online. That's cool. I'll take that. Salt Lake Tower, good evening. Delta 1085. Do we need to call for push or just for taxi?
Delta 1085, push at your discretion. Call me for taxi. Expect 3-4 right.
Okay, we'll expect 3-4 right, and we'll call you for taxi 1085.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
That'll work right there.
tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
All right, guys, let's do this. Let's have a good flight. Starting 2. That's rotation. Oil pressure's indicated. Fuel on 2. Fuel flow, EGT. Okay, starter valve is closed and the oil pressure light's out. That's a good start on engine number 2, starting 1. Rotation on 1. Oil pressure's good on 1, fuel on 1. Ignition on 1. Starter valve is closed, oil pressure lights out. Good start on
Operation complete. Set
1.
Parking brake.
At the start
Disconnecting
checklist.
tow. Stand by.
Delta 2477 Salt Lake Tower.
Okay, at the start checklist complete. Taxi checklist. Flaps up for takeoff. Flaps 1. Snap trim. 5.6. Aircraft nose up. Takeoff data is confirmed. We have marginal takeoff performance out of this. Takeoff thrust setting is going to be I need maximum performance here. 102 N1. All right. Flight controls check. Ailerons left. Ailerons right. Elevator up. Elevator down. Rudder left. Rudder right. Hey, so you might notice this is fixed. I'm also debuting some changes that we're making right now. So we fixed this page. We fixed the number here. We fixed some of the overlapping text on the radio panels. We've added the green backlights to the switches here. And we have also fixed a couple other things too. So you'll get these in a future update.
Delta 2477 Salt Lake Tower.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
I see him. Salt Lake Tower, Delta 1085, ready for taxi. 3-4 right.
Delta 1085 Salt Lake Tower, runway 34 right, taxi via Golf Hotel 1. Information, Delta's current advise when you have it.
We have information Delta. Looks like it's pretty old though. Golf Hotel 1, 3-4 right, Delta 1085. Alright guys, let's do this. Parking brakes released. Let's go. Okay, nose wheel steering. Brakes. Checked. Departure brief is good. Nose wheel steering check. Brakes check. Taxi clearance
Down to
is good.
2347, solid cap.
Man, it is hot up here. Salt Lake City. Can you imagine how stifling this must feel right now here? 37 Celsius at almost 5,000 feet.
3800.
4,000.
Salt Lake Tower. 2477's on Unicom.
Hey, I appreciate that, man.
Yep.
Skyway 3800, solid tower.
3800.
Can you do me a favor? I can't get to Unicom on my side. Can you try to let him know via chat to come over here?
Copy, I'll switch over to Unicom. I got you.
Thank you. He's text only.
He said Golf Hotel 1, right?
Yeah, Skyway 3800. He should be on your frequency now. He's just switched. I can see that he switched.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Now he's on my frequency.
No problem at all.
Alright, lower MFD. VNAV. I have more than likely heading select here, so I'll put that in for now. ICAS, no alerts. I'll put terrain on my side and Wixer on that side. And just start switches to continuous. I'm not sure what's going on with this Delta flight up here. My company traffic. Tower 1085. Do you know what's going on with this company traffic up in front of me? He's facing the wrong way.
1085, I got no idea what he's doing, but I'm trying to communicate with him. Give me a sec.
Copy, thanks.
Hey, Delta 1085, can you take the Hotel 2 intersection, please?
Yeah, we'll take Hotel 2, 1085. And Tower, looks like he ran into some ground support equipment over there. Not sure what's going on.
I'm not sure either.
Is there a way you can kick him off the network?
Yeah.
I think you gotta do it. Sounds like time.
Looks like he disconnected.
Smartest thing he's done all day.
Yeah.
Thank Delta guys.
Delta 1085 on departure, fly heading 280, runway 34 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff. 3-4 right after departure flight heading 280. Delta 1085.
I know I'm not tripping. Anybody know how to start up the X-Craft C170? Because, like, I did everything right, but the APU doesn't want to switch over. I'm tripping over here.
Not the place for this. Hey, what's up, Mr. Farbo 93? Okay, we're clear for takeoff.
Approaching 3-4 right. On runway 3-4 right.
All right, let's see how old girl can do this. Clock. Uh-oh, what I hit? All right, here we go. I'm gonna hold the brakes for a bit. Oh, we got this. All right, stabilize. Let's take off thrust. This is max power, baby. SFP. M1 Toga. Let's go. Don't mind that blinking, guys. We're fine. Thrust hold. Oh boy, come on. Come on, baby, you got this.
AP1. Rotate.
Ah, come on.
Positive rate. Gear up.
I blew a tire. No, I did not.
Delta 1085, contact departure, we'll see you.
Okay, over departure 1085. So long.
400.
Blew a tire.
1000.
Solid departure south, correction, Delta 1085 with you, climbing 6,100.
Delta 1085, Salt Lake departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000, proceed direct dirge.
15,000, direct dirge, 1085.
And Delta 1085, you can resume normal speed.
Normal speed, 1085. Alright, direct dirge. Oh, don't worry about it. It's all good, man. I think it's kind of fun. Pops up. Oh no, I'm not going to TikTok, dude. I'm not a 13-year-old girl. Never. Never will I go to TikTok. Too much self-respect. talk you crazy. Alright, well apparently we blew a tire. That's not good. Yeah, autopilot. Let's see if we can figure this out.
S5840 heavy cross Jazz at 12,000 at Jazz, cleared ILS 34 right approach.
Alright, after takeoff checklist, landing gears up, lights out, handles off, flaps are up, auto brakes,
1085 with the mayor's
off,
face to the west, Salt Lake Center's offline, data services terminated, frequency change approved, thanks for flying out.
Okay, climb speed 313. So, alright, so we know we got a blown tire, guys. So, what we're gonna have to do...
1085, leaving my airspace to the west, Salt Lake offline, frequency change approved.
Okay, over to advisory. Sorry, Delta 1085 so long. I keep forgetting what airline I'm flying for today. I keep moonlighting for too many other businesses. Alright. Okay, so we blew a tire. Okay, I think our tire speed was exceeded. That's probably what it was, so... noted. So we'll go ahead and simulate that. What we'll do when we get into San Francisco is we'll just do a flaps 40 approach to get their landing speed down as much as possible, and we'll keep the auto brakes off, and we'll use manual braking as little as possible to slow us down so we don't make it any worse. Then we'll taxi back to the gate. I'll refresh the plane and we'll try it again. Yeah, I was probably pushing the limits a little bit, but hey, we're doing some flight testing tonight. There's probably a reason why it said max runway exceeded. That would have been better. Alright. We would have needed an outside air temperature of 35 for this landing takeoff to be okay. Man. Oh, okay, the sounds are different, the cockpit's different as far as the textures, the exterior model's different, the flight model's different. The only thing that they have in the only thing they have in common is the systems are the same, because they use the same plugin, but as far as everything else, they're different. Yeah, I think we are. But the other thing is, Zebo is only for the 800, whereas Level Up we offer you all the variants. So that's one thing. With Zebo you only get the 800. We gave you 6, 7, 8, and 9. Yeah, I have to agree with you on that, for sure. Alright, so looks like our altimeter standard, center wing fuel tanks off. Okay, have to take off checklist complete. Alright, I know we blew a tire, but there's no point in going back to Salt Lake because we're going to be heavy anyway, so I'm going to continue to San Francisco and we'll deal with it there. Man, it is dead as a doornail here on the West Coast, isn't it? Everybody's over here doing this Nashville event tonight. I hope you guys will forgive me. I just didn't feel like dealing with this. I've flown 2 events this week already, and I'm kind of tired of this. And look at this cluster. This is a small airport to have this many aircraft. It's too much. This one is just a little too much for me. So, I mean, look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 aircraft. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 aircraft trying to take off right now. We'd be sitting on the ground for an hour and a half trying to get out of here. It's just not worth it. So, yeah, I'm skipping this event tonight. And then look at Atlanta, it's no better. Well, it's a little better, but yeah. No event for me, so we're just going to take a chill. We're going to do some left coast flying tonight. And then after we land in San Francisco, I'll get a new jet. And we'll take you down to LAX. And then we'll switch over to the 777 and fly that to London tonight. I'm curious why our top altitude is only 320. Let me see something here. Now we can go higher. Let's take a look at the flight plan. I suspect that we probably have really high winds higher up. Yeah, about 10 knots higher. Okay, I guess there's no point in going up any higher. Right, so too little is not good, but too much is even worse. And that's kind of what we had. That's kind of what they got going on there. Alright, so I have a little bit of experience with this. I'll do my best to explain it. So, a couple of years ago, I got Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 because I wanted to see what it was all about. And I actually spent a lot of money to get the PMDG 777F. So I went straight and bought a payware, and I got that one. And I flew it, and I was very, very disgusted with that whole sim experience. The flight model felt like crap. The ground taxiing was horrendous. The airports were dog crap. Now, what I did like was that the PMDG had a very good FMC. The integration with SimBrief was really good, and their EFB was really nice. So the aircraft seemed okay. The systems were good. No complaints with PMDG system modeling. That was good. But the plane in that sim was so bad. It was so bad. I couldn't take it. I flew 2 flights in it, and I never flew that sim again. I spent a lot of damn money to have that PMDG 777 to fly it twice to realize that I hated it. And so our flight factor 777, I think it flies much better. It's in a sim that I much prefer. I would say that its FMC is about 75% as complete as the PMDGs. It's missing some features, and it took them a lot longer to get like SimBrief integration that PMDG had from the start. I think the EFB on the 777 is a little complicated. So I say the PMDG nudges the flight factor in like AFMC and system like integration is better. But if the 777 and X-Plane flies 1,000 times better, handles 1,000 times better on the ground, it's just better. You know, I know I'm biased. I know I'm very biased towards X-Plane, but I've tried both, and I can't stomach microslop. I just can't do it. And I don't envy the guys that go in between the sims. Like I have guys on my Discord server that fly microslop and X-Plane. They go back and forth. The way those sims operate is completely fundamentally different. The control mapping, the view system, everything about it, the UI is night and day different. And I don't think I had the mental bandwidth to handle 2 different sims that have completely different UIs and different everything and go back interchangeably between the 2. I struggle just getting X-Plane to work sometimes, and this is all I fly. So I couldn't do both. That's why I decided to pick one and stick with it.
1,000 to go.
Checked. And there's something else that I feel like I may be positioning myself in a certain type of way. Earlier today, while I was waiting to fly this flight, I thought I was going to go and yeah, I'm just being honest, and I'm not trying to be biased. Like, if microslop was that good, I would tell you that we'd be flying it right now, right? Why would I purposely not fly a sim that's great, like FMC speed being at path? Why would I do that? If microslop was that good, I'd be there, but it's just not for me, not for the things that I value. And let me give you, so since I've decided to double down and do X-Plane stuff, I've noticed that maybe I'm fulfilling a niche in a streaming community. Earlier today, before I was getting ready to fly this thing, I was just kind of chilling. I was done doing some flight model edits to this thing to make it to SFP, and I said, you know what? I want to go see what other X-Plane streamers are doing. I wonder what they're up to. So I went on to Twitch. There was one guy on Twitch flying X-Plane. He was flying the Rotate MD-11, and he was absolutely murdering that jet. He was about to stall. His flight plan was all jacked up. He had that plane all kinds of effed up. And I'm an MD-11 guy. That's my main ride. And I was trying to help him in the chat, like, hey, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and he was just not getting it. And I was like, bro, I can't watch this. Like, this guy is murdering my baby. Okay, so there's one guy on Twitch on X-Plane. Then I went over to YouTube and I typed in X-Plane 12 and I went to live streams. There were 2 other people live streaming on X-Plane, and neither of them spoke English. So I'm like, oh, no, let's get the seatbelt signs off. We're good. I realized something, that there's just not a lot of quality X-Plane 12 streamers out there. There's just not, on Twitch or on YouTube. So maybe this is where I belong. Like, let me be a good X-Plane streamer, because we don't have a lot. Now, you could find a million Microsoft Flight Simulator streamers, and a lot of them are really good. I'm not saying that they're not, but there's a lot. That market is kind of saturated. But X-Plane, ain't nobody. There's hardly anybody flying X-Plane on a consistent basis. I'm one of like maybe 10 like X-Plane streamers that fly consistently. So I decided I'm going to stick with this because it's a great sim, and I feel like it's my duty to spread that message to other people who aren't aware of how good X-Plane can be. All they know about is Microsoft Flight Simulator because that's the big one, right? That's 70% of the market share is Microsoft Flight Simulator. So most people, if they want to get into flight simming, the first thing they're going to do is go to that because that's the more commercially viable one. So let me make it my duty to spread and share X-Plane to those guys that don't know about it. So when they type in flight sim live stream, they can come to mine and see what we're doing. And then they can realize, holy crap, X-Plane is really cool. Like, it offers a lot of cool things that Microsoft doesn't have. And and everybody complains about the scenery in X-Plane and how bad it is. I don't know about you. That looks good enough to me. I mean, it looks pretty nice down there. What do you think? Tell me that the scenery doesn't look good. It's more than good enough for me. And here's the thing. I fly the plane from the cockpit. I don't fly from outside. So, like, really beautiful scenery on the ground does nothing for me when I'm up here at flight level 320 in clouds. What good is really fancy scenery when I'm up here flying? And a lot of times, because of my life schedule, I have kids, I got work, I fly at night a lot, so I can't even see the ground. So who cares? So that advantage that Microsoft Flight Simulator has with, you know, arguably better scenery is lost on me because I don't fly the plane from outside, I fly it from in the cockpit. So that's just another feature that does me no good. Hey, Alpha to Parky, man, I gotta tell you, I want to promote your channel more because I value quality flight streamers, and I value people who fly the plane good, do procedures correctly, and know how to run the systems. And you, sir, are very, very good. You know, you're every bit my equal as far as flying a 737. So hey guys, Alpha to Parking, go check out his channel because he flies really, really good. I like to watch his stuff because I like the way he operates the plane. It's very similar to me as far as doing, you know, procedures and, you know, calling the FMA changes. He does all that stuff, which I think is important. So here, I'm going to show you his channel so you guys can go check him out too, because he's up and coming and I want to promote him because we need more quality, flight simmers out here. So Alpha to Parking, go check out his channel, guys. He flies a 737 just as good as I do. So there you go, Alpha to Parking. Go subscribe. He's got 49 subs. Let's get him to 100 because he deserves it. And I don't throw my weight behind crappy flight simmers. If he wasn't any good, we wouldn't be talking about it. But I like this guy, so please check him out. There you go, bro. That'll be $100. I'm just kidding. All right, how we doing here? All right, 456 miles to go. Top of descent in 353, 216. So about 50 minutes we'll be heading down. We got a little bit of a headwind here, 37 knots. But I'll say this: X-Plane weather wins again. What is our estimated headwind here? Exactly as advertised, right? That's another advantage of X-Plane. I think our default weather is better than Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, granted, I know we're not getting any Wixer returns right now. That's broken, but the devs have publicly stated that it's broken and they're working to fix it. So hopefully in the next update, we'll get our weather returns back. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. But the winds are generally what they're supposed to be. You know, the temps are supposed to be are generally what they're supposed to be. So we have really good default weather. So, here, I want to show you guys something. So this is my, I got my PAP3 autopilot panel here. This is my Airbus FCU that I use for Airbus stuff. I have an Alpha, Honeycomb Alpha yoke, and over here I have an Airbus side stick, right? But there's like 12 unused buttons on this thing. So I've been starting to map buttons to this to use, because I mean, why not? So basically when I'm not flying Airbus, the side stick over here is my noseball steering tiller, right? But I have a lot of buttons that I can utilize here, so I've been starting to map some. So I haven't completely figured out what I want to use it for, but for example, I have like my EFIS stuff, or sorry, my ICAS. I got my engine display here, system display here. I don't know what this one is. Let me see. Oh, en route timer there, and then the bottom button is my reset. So this is for my timer. This button here is supposed to be. It was supposed to be this button here, but I think I accidentally made it this one. Hey, you're welcome, man. I want to give credit where it's due. There's too many crappy flight simulators out there to not let the good ones go missed. Or there's too many crappy flight simulators to let the good ones go missed. That's what I meant to say. All right. I want to make a comparison between Microsoft Flight Simulator and X-Plane. So, watch my yoke right now. See this? Do you see how it's constantly moving? How the aircraft is always alive? It's always moving just a little bit. Left, right, up, down. That's how real planes fly through the air, guys. So, just for your reference, I'm in the Air Force. I'm an aircraft mechanic. I work on C-17s and KC-135s. And I've flown up front many times, because we're allowed to do that in the Air Force. There's no cockpit door that's locked. And no planes fly through the air straight, unmoving all the time. They're constantly moving, right? There's winds are shifting. There's pressure differences. There's turbulence. The yoke on a KC-135, the yoke on a KC-135 when you're just cruising, constantly looks like this with the autopilot on. It's always moving around. The plane is always, you can feel the back end of the plane kind of yawing a little bit. It porpoises a little bit. The wings rock left and right with the autopilot on. It's constant. If you look out the window here, you see the plane is constantly just kind of moving just a little bit, right? This is real life. This is how they do it. This is how they fly through the air. In Microsoft, I find that you don't get this movement, right? When you're flying through the air, it's like you're flying on a rail. It's just going straight through the air. There's no impingement of the aircraft with the weather, or with when there's weather, like it's an instantaneous change, right? If the wind shift, the plane just instantly rotates that way. I think it's a little bit better in 2024 than in 20, but in Microsoft 2020, it's like the plane is just flying straight through the air with no movement at all. And in X-Plane, this is what you get. And this is how they fly. I can tell you that I haven't seen it 1,000 times. And I love that. Look at, see the auto throttle's always moving a little bit. The yoke's always moving. The plane's always just kind of moving around a little bit. That's what they do. And that's what X-Plane gives you. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about X-Plane 13. I mean... Oh, babysitting. What are you babysitting? Kids, grandkids, somebody else's kids? What are you babysitting? That's what I'm babysitting right now. Maddie. Good girl. Good girl. All right, so you asked me my opinion on the iFly 737 Max. I've not flown it, but everybody that I've talked to has told me that it's very, very good, and I have no reason to doubt it. It sounds like it's one of the better, model planes in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The systems sound like it's excellent. It's got good sounds. It looks good. I don't really have anything derogatory to say about it, but just keep in mind I've never flown it or touched it, so. So I don't know. I can't really say anything negative. I haven't heard anything bad. Everybody on my Discord says it's outstanding as far as Microsoft Flight Simulator add-ons go. So there's that. Ah, looks like home. Guys, look at the scenery. Isn't that awesome? God, that looks good. Beautiful. No, I don't think so either. I haven't heard anything about X-Plane 13. I mean, definitely not on the Laminar Research website or the X-Plane 12 Discord. I haven't heard anything about it. There's still a lot of life left in X-Plane 12. There's a lot of things left to be done. So. Yep. Hey, we got A320s in X-Plane too. Come on over. Hi. Welcome aboard. Oh, so for those of you who missed my takeoff data was a little sketchy because I'm flight testing. So we blew a tire on takeoff. I have no idea which tire's blown. Hopefully just one. So we may be disabled on the runway. I don't know. I wonder if there's any way to reset that. Let's see. Okay, let's just go ahead and fix that. There we go. Tires are fixed, guys. I don't want to deal with that. I just want to land and get moving on to our next flight, so. Because there's a big chance we'd be disabled on the runway, have to get towed off, and I just don't want to mess around with that stuff. Let me put on some background noise for you guys. 1 second. Whoa, that's loud. Ah, there you go. I haven't really been having any issue with real world weather. I don't think active sky is that relevant anymore for X-Plane. The real world seems to work, but you know, if that's been your perception, then you know you're not wrong. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that happens sometimes with the lives. You get behind them. So welcome, welcome back. You're caught up. you've been talking to me 10 minutes ago. All right, 250 to go till top of descent. Wait. You crashed for some reason while I was making food. So like the sim crashed or the plane crashed? Can you elaborate on that? What exactly crashed? What exactly crashed? The sim or your plane? Addy, Stop. Oh, the sim. Okay, I don't know, man. Could have been anything. Yeah, dude. I was like, wait a minute. What exactly crashed here? See what else we got Delta out here. A lot of Airbuses. That's sad. Look at all that. Airbus, 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 Airbus. Embraer, Airbus, Airbus. Boeing. That's not even a real plane. Delta 71. They don't even fly those anymore. That's sad. See what United's got going tonight. Let's talk to this guy, United 21B. Let's see what he's up to. Let's see what because he's flying the same kind of plane that I am. Let's see who else we can find who's on there. Who else is flying a 737-900? Let's ask this guy, ASA 307. I'm just doing a little bit of market research. Watch. So this guy is in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now watch this. We're gonna contact this guy. I'll bet you $5 he is too. $5 says this guy's on Microsoft Flight Simulator too. And that's just going to the point that I was making earlier, how Microsoft Flight Simulator is a more commercially viable sim. So more guys go to that and they're sleeping. They're sleeping on this one. So we got to get the message out there about this place, about this thing. Right, let's try one more. Ah! Check it out. That's 2 for 2. All right, let's do one more just for market research. How about let's try this guy. Nope, he's taking off. I don't want to bother him. That guy's cruising. We can get him. No, dude, I can't deal with that plane. ASA 630. Let's try this guy. A630. Bet you he's gonna say Microsoft Flight Simulator 2. I cannot deal with the 757 anymore. So here's my problem with it. It is so outdated. I can't stand it. Flight Factor is just not really updating anymore. It's essentially a X-Plane 10 port that still exists in 12. The cockpit looks like crap. The plane looks like crap. It flies terribly. The flight model is in desperate need of a redo. But because of the way they've done the code on it, it's kind of locked behind proprietary code. Wait, someone I've spoken to before, he is planning on switching from 2012, and he was called silly. Okay, I don't. That's silly. I don't know what does that mean? Yeah, it's just dated, dude. And the 767 is the same way. It's super dated, and it needs to be redone, and they're not going to do it. So every time I fly it, I just feel like I'm flying a 15-year-old plane, and it kind of is. Oh, that's what I'm out here doing, man. I'm trying. Alright, I'm not going to bother anybody else, but so far, of the two people that responded to me, they're both on Microsoft Flight Simulator, so there you go. I rest my case. Oh, I think it's great. I mean, have you seen this thing? This thing looks awesome, dude. I cannot wait. I would love to be on this team to help them with it, but I don't think they need my help. It looks awesome, man. I can't wait. I don't know. They haven't given us a release date. Yeah, I'm a big fan of what they're doing here, and I'm looking forward to this. I really am. Oh yeah, there's definitely we don't know when it's coming out, but it's looking good, man. Alright, how are we looking here? We're getting close, guys. 169 miles to top of descent. So what? 25 minutes. 25 minutes. We'll start briefing the arrival in about 10. Oh! Hey! Hey, we got an X-Plane guy. Oh, how much do I think it's gonna be? Oof. I have no idea. They haven't really discussed that, but my guess, 80 bucks. I mean, that's a lot of work to putting into that thing. My guess is at least 80 bucks when it comes out, at least. Okay, United Airlines 777-300ER above us over there. Don't get, jeez. Okay. Listen, I love Rotate. I'm on their beta team, and I like those guys a lot. But that MD88 is, it's in the same boat as a 757. It is really old and dated, and it is in desperate need of a redo, and I would not spend money on that. I love Rotate. I'll promote their MD11 forever, but the MD80 is just not, it's not up to the standard of the MD11. I don't recommend it. If you gotta have a classic airliner and you want to spend money and you just insist on it, I think the FlyJ Sim 737 is probably better, although I'm not a huge fan of that one either. But I would say it's more I think the FlyJ Sim is in a better place than the Rotate MD80. Okay, Virgin Airlines A350 crossing above us up here too. Yeah, it's mixed. I think the biggest concern or the biggest complaint isn't it flies okay, it sounds okay, but it just looks so old. When I say it looks old, I think the textures, the modeling, the artwork, it's just they didn't update it enough. So what setup do you use for Flight Sim? Oh, okay, check this out. Boom. So I've got a Honeycomb Bravo with a bunch of 3D printed throttle mods for that. I have a PAP3 autopilot panel. Above that I have a Airbus FCU. I have a Honeycomb Alpha yoke. I have an Airbus side stick over here that I use for a nose wheel, steering tiller, and extra buttons when I'm flying Boeing. And I have some rudder pedals down by my feet. So that's my setup. And then I got a big ass monitor, 40 something inch, and a secondary monitor over here. That's my setup right now. Always looking to improve it and make it better too. Favorite mods? Okay, that's a good question. AEP V2, the Airport Enhancement Package, Map Enhancement, so XPME. For plugins, better pushback, XVAT Sim, XP Realistic, I use that. XRAS, better pushback. Drishel Max Light Mod. Let me get this guy something. Alright, we'll stop bugging people now, I think. We'll stop randomly texting people. Yeah, I haven't heard any outward complaints about that BAE 146 either. No one's been really complaining about it. But not a lot of people fly it either, so it doesn't get a lot of attention. You know, it's funny. We actually have BAE 146s flying around here near my house. Check this out. In California. I see these guys flying around all the time. They use them as firefighting aircraft. Yeah, these are the ones that I see right here. Always flying near my house, because where I live in Southern California, we have a new fire like every day. So we have S2 trackers, the 146, MD-80s, and we also have the DC-10 tanker. They're all operating down here like daily. Go to Google, type in wind control. Go to this website. But you have to do this, okay? Make sure you're on continental US. If you're on global shipping, you're gonna get screwed. If you buy something, it's gonna charge you a tariff and huge taxes and all that stuff, and shipping charges. If you're on continental US store, you pay no tax, you pay no shipping. It's really a good deal. So make sure you click that up here. If you see a tariff fee or anything like that, you're on the wrong thing. So there you go. Actually, I like that. I kind of like this thing. Maybe I need to get one of these. Dude, that's cool. Oh crap, I need to add this to my wish list, guys. Dude, this is cool. Alright, I'm gonna keep that on my list. That's actually cool. I really like their gear, guys. Let's see, what else do they got? So yeah, you can order, if you go over here, airline flight control. Oh, these are, oh, okay, these are coming out in September. And then airline panel. So this is the PAP3. This is good for, and they can, and with you can set up different profiles. So I have one that I can use this for MD-11, 777, or 737. And then here's the Airbus one, which is the one I have mounted above it, with the EFIS panel above it. So wind control. What I need to get now is one of these. Where is it at? I need this. I gotta give me one of these. Alright guys, we're getting a little close here to top of drop. Let's start going over some numbers here. So we're going to go ahead and run our descent and approach checklist now. So let's review the landing data. Current aircraft weight is 153. Let's see what the landing weight estimate is here. 149, that sounds about right. So flaps 30, 28 right. With the current winds, 310 at 17. Wow, that's a lot of headwind. Okay, auto brakes 1, approach speed 151, so VRAF will be 146. Factor landing distance margin will have 1,427 feet extra. Oh, with auto brakes 1. Auto brakes 1. Am I a real pilot? What do you think? It's a secret. Alright. Let's get the weather here at San Francisco. Alright, information. Papa is current wind 290 at 18, 10 miles visibility, view clouds of 400 feet, temperature 17, altimeter 2989er. Simultaneous, closely spaced departures and arrivals. ILS runway 28 right and runway 28 left approaches in use. Okay, cool. 29er, 89er. Landing data is checked. Alright, so let's take a look at the Bodega 4 RNAV arrival. So we're transitioning onto here at legs. Our first crossing restriction will be pile 280 between 24 and 28. Bigelow at 280 between 19 and 23. Lose it at 280 14 and 16. Bodega at or below 13. Cork at 210. So correction, 250 at 11. Brinks at 11. So what we're going to do is we're going to, after here, we're going to fly vectors and descend and come back around to pick up the ILS 28 right. Now initially I sequenced in no transition, but I think we may want to take this out a bit further to maybe SFP. Yeah. I'm thinking the SFP transition might actually be better for us because it gives us somewhere to fly to pick this up. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Alright, let me make sure that looks right. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Alright, cool. Okay, so let's take a look at this arrival, or this approach. This is the ILS 28 right with the SFP transition. So SFP is your initial approach fix, and honestly, we need to be down to, I'd say 4,000 feet at SFP. What does that have in there? We'll call it 4,000, so let's do this. Alright, and then I'm going to change this from at or above to at. because if we go above, it's gonna... There we go. That'll help us get down a little bit better. Hey, remind me, where are you flying again? Okay, arrival approach briefing is performed. Decision altitude. Let's go over this approach. So the RVR is 1800. With the visibility is okay. Decision altitude 213 Barrow. MSA is going to be 3,500 feet from our direction of flight. Or 5,000 feet rather, sorry. From 25 nautical miles from the San Francisco VOR. On the event of a missed approach here, we're going to climb to 3,000 on the San Francisco VOR radio 281 to VICU intersection and hold. A missed approach requires minimum climb gradient of 350 feet per nautical mile at 1,900 feet. That's no problem. Alright, and the ILS frequency is 111.7. Final approach course is 284. RSW. Is that, that's somewhere in Florida, right? Alright, 284. And ILS is 11170. Landing altitude is 13 feet. So basically, that needs to go down to 0. Seatbelt signs. Go ahead and get people back in their seats. Hey, we're about 7 minutes from top of the descent. Let's get everybody strapped in, ready for prepare for descent. All right, and then the decision altitude is 212, 213. Okay, we're all set up for approach, descent and approach, guys. Detroit to Anchorage, huh? Wow. Interesting city pair. Alright guys, so we're listening for the ding, ding. That lets me know we're at top of descent, or about to hit it. Alright, I'll kill the music for now, we're getting ready to head down. There it is. Okay, Chart. Well, when I need to. Right now we're actually slow, so I'm not gonna use them right now. Alright, there's a decel point here. Hey, what's up, Tazzy? How are you? So, right now we're about 8 knots fast, but I wouldn't put the speed brakes in right now because we can bleed that speed off over time. We're on the vertical profile, so there's really no... It's okay if we're a little bit fast. I know it says 280, but like, the speed police aren't up here looking at my indicated airspeed. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. It's always good to be able to get some flight sim in after a few days off of it. What I need to do, I want to adjust the range that I can see these planes at. I think it's in here. X pilot, right? There we go. Max call sign label distance. Let's put it about maybe like 5. Cool. That's way better. Good. Is the size of text above AC changeable? Are you talking about on XPilot? I'm not entirely sure because I'm on 4K as well. It's small for me too. So don't feel bad. I feel it's the same way. 12050. I'm gonna go ahead and tune this now.
Delta 50.
I'm gonna listen to the CTAF right now because I want to kind of get a feel for what everybody's doing down there.
Great landing. Thank you. Ball center, but it's alright. No, I was right in the touchdown zone. I was perfect.
Okay, so gate C2 to C11. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to park.
I was lining up 2 left.
Alright, so C2. So we're gonna park over here today.
Altimeter setting. Altimeter setting.
Okay, got it. 2989.
Traffic Delta 731, fully vacated 28 left at Echo, San Fernando, head over.
Alright, so we're gonna park. Tell you what, we'll make it easy. Make it Charlie 7 tonight. Charlie 7. Charlie 7. Yeah, that's me too, Tazzy. When I don't fly a plane for a while, I'm always struggling trying to remember how to do it. Airbus is the worst for me. If I don't fly it a lot, I forget a lot. So I'm trying to make a point of flying them more. Okay, retard VNAV speed. Okay, VNAV path. Getting a little busy down there in San Francisco.
Thousand to go.
San Francisco traffic, departure 1900, establish island runway 28 line approach. 28 line approach, San Francisco.
Tell you what, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep it descending here, down to 4,000. Once I get this thing slowed down, we're gonna continue down to 4,000. Alright, we'll grab the start switches now. I wanna put these on buttons too, because I'm always reaching up to get these. Okay, FSC speed.
San Francisco traffic, departure 1900, first part, approach runway 28, San Francisco.
San Francisco traffic up to 1645, departing 28 left, San Francisco.
Speed 240. Alright, so once we cross bricks, we're going to start heading down. I'm going to go vertical speed, and I'm going to make it as steep as I possibly can without blowing through 250. Alright.
Virgin 19 Zulu, this is Delta
Speed intervene, speed 210. I'm going to start getting some energy out of the plane to help descend. Flaps 1.
Negative 28 line approach.
Say that again, I'm sorry, you came in a little quiet. He said he's lined up for 28 right. Roger, thank you.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go heading select right now. Let's make it 150. No. 140. Heading select. And let's go. Let's see if we can get it. MCP speed, vertical speed, down to 4,000. Speed brakes. I need to get down quick. Alright, let's go make it 1,500. I think we're actually doing pretty good on altitude. So basically what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to fly this way, and we're going to turn to pick up the SIDB fix and fly that inbound, pick up the ILS. Alright, speed brakes, lights, approach checklist complete. So once we get
San Francisco traffic version
closer here,
Roger runway 18 right at Tango.
tell you what, let's go ahead and 1,000 feet a minute now.
San Francisco traffic, Delta 2652, lining up to it, left.
Oh, there's another plane inbound here. I don't think that's not a factor. Maybe 1,500. Let's see if we can go direct to Sydney and see how that looks. Alright, back to LNAV.
Traffic, Delta 2652, departing to a left truck and 2 departures to the north.
San Francisco traffic, Delta 1085 is on the ILS 28 right approach Sydney transition.
1,000 to go.
Check. Alright, let's go speed 180.
San Francisco traffic version 19 cross runway wide left.
4,000.
San Francisco.
Altitude acquired. Flaps 5.
San Francisco traffic, Delta 2882, lining up to your left.
Okay, altitude 3,000, vertical speed 1,000.
To go.
Checked. Okay, I'm gonna arm localizer. Okay, looking nice, guys. I like this setup. We got it set up perfectly to get into here. Not too high, not too low. Okay. Localizer and the glide slope are coming alive here in a second.
San Francisco traffic, Delta 22 departing to your left by the Wesla 5 departure.
Okay, altitude acquired. Altitude hold. Localizer. Glide slopes live. Approach mode armed. San Francisco traffic, Delta 1085 is fully established on the ILS 28 approach, 12 miles out. Alright, speed 160. Gear down, flaps 15, glide slow. Okay, final approach speed 151. Flaps 25. Flaps 30. Landing checklist. Landing gears down. Spoilers arm. Auto brakes 1. Flaps 30. Altimeter's cross check. Push altitude. Let me confirm that. $2,500. 3,000 set. Alright guys, I'll take it from here. Auto throttle's off.
Operating 10 miles to the north of the field. We're going down. We're 2,000 feet right now, going down to 1,500. Going to be orbiting the Golden Gate Bridge, then going on a big tour for San Francisco traffic. San Francisco traffic, Delta 22, clear of 28 left.
See you, ma'am. Just in time.
Feet stabilized. Approach altitude set.
Checked.
Approaching 28 right.
Why? Because I'm good, man. San Francisco traffic, Delta 1085 short final 28 right.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Manual braking. Dude, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. San Francisco ground, good evening. Delta 1085 is clear of 28 right, holding short 28 left at Tango.
Delta 1085, San Francisco ground, hello. Just in the future, cross the runway before you get over to me, because I can't technically give you that runway crossing. So cross runway 28 left at your own risk. There's no traffic on the final. And where are you parking today?
Charlie 7. Charlie 7. Thanks for the note on that. I'm going to cross.
All right, Delta 1085, once you cross 28 left, you can make a left turn on Alpha and enter the ramp at spot 5 Alpha.
Okay, left on Alpha and on the ramp at 5 Alpha, Delta 1085.
Approaching 10 right.
Okay, that's Bravo. And then Alpha's on the inside here. Lights. Okay, after landing checklist, spoiler handles up, retract, disarmed, flaps up, auto brakes off, Wixer off, landing lights are off, taxi lights on, runway turn off on, strobe is off, engine start switches off, APU starting. Alright, clock is stopped, step trim. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, it's short field performance. Hey, hey, you can rewind it, Alpha. Just rewind it, man. That's the cool thing about YouTube. You won't miss it. Go back and rewind it. Short field performance. So it's standard on a 900 ERs. So I've just kind of done some changes to make sure we have it. Charlie 7 should be there. All right, parking checklist. Responder, APU, fuel cutoff switches. All right, yaw damper stays on, IRS stays on, trim air, we can turn that off. Packs off. Engine bleeds off. APU bleeds on. Isolation valve is open. Window heat stays on. Probe heat stays on. Hydraulic pumps will depressurize. Fuel pumps off. Okay, wheel chocks. Set. Ground power is on. Parking brakes released. Nose lights are off. Runway turn-off lights are off. Beacon lights off. Seatbelt signs off. Chime off. Already got the ground power, and we'll leave the APU running. Well, I'm glad to hear that. That was the whole goal, man, to make it easier to fly. I'm glad that you guys are having a better time with it now. Alright guys, one flight's in the books. We're gonna head down to Los Angeles now. Oh, don't tell me this thing gets stuck. Yep, I think it's stuck. Cool. Alright, parking checklist complete. Alright guys, that was a good one. I use the HUD all the time. I love my HUD. But I get a lot of complaints. People tell me that I'm not a real man because I like to use my HUD. But I'll tell you what, we'll use it for when we go into Los Angeles. Because I like it. Alright, let's get prepped for the next flight. That was a good one, guys. We'll review the landing stuff real quick and then we'll get on. Let's see, stable approach. Alright. 193 feet per minute, that's fine. Touchdown zone a little bit long, but that is still within the limit. 2 feet off the center line, not bad. Good pitch attitude, bank angle, wings are level. Roll out 6,000 feet with 4,000 foot remaining. This was fine. I'm happy with that. Okay, let's book the next flight. Let's get on with it. Ooh. Check this out, guys. This is like a takeoff and landing report. What do you mean? The ride got a little bumpy up top. Gentler, smaller inputs to keep it comfortable. The autopilot was on. What do you want me to do? I don't know about all this, man. This is all full of... This is nonsense. What is this? Oh, look at that threshold crossing height. Come on, man. Man, this thing's out of it. Man, shut up. Okay. Let's do this. KSFO to KLAX Delta. Let's see what do we got. Delta 2054, we'll take it. Actually, no, I don't want that. No, I do want that. 2054. Okay, 2054. Let's go ahead and plan our flight. New flight. KSFO, KLAX, and the Delta SFP right here. Another full flight. Cool. I'm gonna log off real quick so we can file this. Flight plan is filed. So now we can log on with the new flight, with the new thing. It's 2054. This is the Delta Airlines configuration. They have 100 and so this particular configuration I have has like 20 first class seats, like 20, like some 15, 20, 18 like comfort seats. Here, let me show you what I'm. This is what we have on board here. Delta. Yeah, check it out. This is the configuration I'm flying the aircraft in. 20, 27, and 133 for a total of 180 seats. I had my SimBrief profile set up for that. Okay. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and reset my checklist now. X checklist, reload, and we'll pick it up from EFIS panel. So okay, now we're going to go over to the SimBrief loader. Make sure our flight plan is in there. And let's do airside service. Load. Looks good. Activate. Okay, let's go over here to departure. We have the West LA 5 with the Sussy transition on 28 left. For arrival in the LAX, we have the Ironman 2 with the Burgle transition, and we'll plan on the RNAV approach into 24 right. RNAV Zulu from Dodger. Okay, RNAV Zulu 24 right from Dodger. Now let's take a look at this. All right. Okay, route looks good. Activate. Performance initialization. I'll request that. What's up, man? How you doing? And it looks like for this flight, our reserve plus alternate is 5.3. Load.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Thanks, sweetie. Okay. All right. All right, takeoff performance. 28 left. We got takeoff, select temperature 53, flaps 5, V1 150, rotate 150, V2 156, bleeds are on. Stop margin in case of a rejected takeoff is 2,800 feet on 28 left. Cool. So 53. Flaps 5. CG 19.8. V speeds are close enough. I'll take them. Alright, let's get the winds loaded in. And we're ready to go. Route data, request wind. Yes, we're working on ground equipment right now, Matthew. Working on a pretty extensive suite of them too, all kinds of stuff. I can't give you an ETA when they'll be done, but they're actively in work. It'll be substantially more robust than what the Zebo has too. I don't think I like that reserve. No, I want to take another 1,000 pounds of fuel. Alright, let me run these numbers again. 157. No change. That's a little better for me. Okay, cool. Alright, so we'll put legs over here. Take off over here. Final cockpit preparation checklist. IFR clearance. Okay. Cleared to Los Angeles via the West LA 5 SUSI transition. Then is filed. Initial flight level 310, squawk 3360. Oh, it says except maintain 3,000 feet. Expect 310 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency offline. 28 left. Nope. We're gonna go all the way up. Okay, TCAS 3360. Checked. Radios are set for departure. Actually, no, I need that 20.5. Alright, I do want to do a couple things on my controls before we get going. FMC is checked. Flight director's on. Left. Right. Auto throttle's armed. MCP airspeed V2 is 157. Heading is set. Altitude is set. Current altimeter is... $29.84. Okay, auto brakes, RTO. All right, so let me get these. I want to do a couple controls here. So let's fix this. So that is standby altimeter standard. That's not what I wanted. All right, it's no. Huh. Let's try this. Hey, there it is. All right, and then this is... Okay, that's good. Now, I want to get these start switches on my switches here. So, so this one is going to be this button here, and it's going to be start switch down. APU start switch down. And then this one's going to be start switch up. All right, let's try this. Nope. Ah, it's APU start switch. That's not what I wanted. Engine start. Engine starter. Let's try that. What does that do? No, that's APU again. Dang it. Alright, let's try that one. Nope, that's not it. I did. Yeah, United. Definitely United. I love United. Ask people about United. They have to hear it all the time. Engine starter left. Let's try this. Oh, there it is. Okay. And then that's engine starter right. So this one, engine starter 2 left, and this button is engine starter 2 right. So like if I push these buttons, these should both go to continuous. Yeah, and this should go back to off. Ooh, that's money. Okay, we got it. I like the Dreamliner. I fly on that a lot. That's a good one. Okay, departure briefing. All right, guys, we are at Gate Charlie 7 at San Francisco. We have one more flight to do before we get on our 777. So we'll call for push. In the 5B, I'm expecting 28 left for departure, so taxi plan will be Alpha over to Foxtrot 1, cross the ones. Full length on 28 left. We have 11,000 feet available onto the West LA 5 departure. Instructions: climb on heading 284 to 520, then direct across West LA, Westla, at or above 2,000, then climb left turn direct port. From port on transition, maintain 3,000. We're not maintaining 3,000. There's no ATC here to tell us otherwise, so we're going to just press from there. All right. I did fly on a 757 earlier this year with my mother. Do I have the personal or commercial version? I have the personal version. The commercial version would be for like a flight school or somebody who's using it to teach students for money. The personal one is for what I'm doing right now. Okay. Lower MFDs on engine. Doors and windows are closed. Yaw damper is on. Hydraulic pumps on. Fuel pumps on. Parking brake set. APU gens 1, 2 are on. Wheel chocks and ground power unit are removed.
Central aircraft information. Oscar is now current at San Francisco. The wind's 280 at 11, altimeter 3007.
What? 3007? No way. No, it can't be. There's no way.
You're right, I'm sorry.
I got a stream sniper here. Sorry, dude. I didn't know you were listening.
My apologies. San Francisco ATIS information. Romeo is now current. The wind's 290 at 14, altimeter 2990.
No, I'm not looking at LA. Oh, okay. It still was 3007. Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. Engine starts. Ignition right. 8 cars. Let's get that going. Okay, flight is tracking. Transponder. Push start.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay, did he say Romeo or Quebec? Romeo. Okay, let me see if I can get this update. Okay, Romeo. San Francisco ground. Delta 2054, Gate Charlie 7, request push start. Information Romeo.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Delta 2054, San Francisco ground. Thanks for Romeo. Push your discretion within the alley. Spot 5 Bravo.
Okay, push in the alley. Spot 5 Bravo. Delta 2054. Okay, so these are your engine starters, right? So ground is what you would use to start the engine on the ground. Okay. continuous is basically ignition, continuous ignition. Like if you're going to be on takeoff or landing, it keeps the igniters sparking the whole time. And also when you're flying through like a lot of rain or precipitation, you'd go to continuous. Basically whenever you don't want your engines to flame out. And then flight is what you would use to do a windmill start in the air. If your engine flamed out, you try to restart it. And off is off.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. So connected and bypass been inserted. Release parking brake.
Taxi to Charlie.
Alright guys, we're ready to go. Brakes released.
Starting pushback.
Taxi 2312,
Runway,
San
start
Francisco
engine.
ground. Hello, cross runway 28 left is at your own risk. I
Okay.
don't own that runway.
Starting 2.
And then once you cross it, you can turn left on Alpha, then Alpha to the rim.
Dude, I love having these buttons on there now.
Cross and left on Alpha to the rim.
Oh, I guess I forgot to pull the gate away. Just pretend you didn't see that. You know what? I got no air. Why do I not have any air? There we go. Alright, let's try it again. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm putting it in continuous. Oh god. Alright, let's try this again.
Ground, hello, Emirates 71 Quebec.
There we go.
Right back. Emirates 71 Quebec, heavy San Francisco ground, hello, no readback for the PDC is necessary.
Alright, fuel on 1. Okay, ignition on 1. Correction, 2. Ignition on 2. Okay, starter valve closed. Oil pressure lights out. Good start on 2. Starting 1.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set. Alright, rotation on.
Disconnecting
1.
tow. Stand by.
Good, it's so nice having these start switches on a button, man. I don't have to look up at the overhead now. Okay, got good oil pressure on 1, fuel on 1. Ignition on 1. Hey, you guys like the new green backlights on the Collins? That's a new addition that you're going to get here soon. We just added this. Oil pressure lights out. Starter valve closed. Alright. After start checklist.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right.
APU's off.
We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Alright, see you on the right. Alright, after start checklist complete. Flaps. Taxi checklist. Flaps. 5. Stab trim. 5.71. Stab trim is set. Takeoff data was reviewed. Takeoff thrust setting 91.8 and 1. V-speeds are on the PFD. Lower MFD system. Ailerons left. Ailerons right. Elevator up. Elevator down. Rudder left. Rudder right. Hey Sierra, nice to see you, man. Take care. Alright, flight controls are checked. Ground signal's good. Taxi lights are on. San Francisco ground, Delta 2054 is ready for taxi 28 left.
Delta 2054, runway 28 left, taxi via Alpha, then a hard right turn on Foxtrot, cross runway 1 left, cross runway 1 right.
Okay. 28 left via Alpha Foxtrot, cross the ones. Delta 2054. Alright guys, let's do it. Okay, taxi clearance is good. No departure update. Nozzle steering left, right. Brakes checked. Taxi checklist complete. Clear on the right. Clear on the left. Okay, and that's Foxtrot 1 right up there. So immediate right turn up here. No, I turned off the APU bleed and I turned the APU off as well. Okay, right here. Okay, lights on.
Approaching 1 left.
Delta 2054, you made a left on, correction, a right on Foxtrot 1. I gave you Foxtrot.
Oh!
Foxtrot 1's closed.
You know what? You're absolutely right. I misread your readback.
Approaching 1 right.
Sorry, I won't do it again.
No worries. I'm sure the construction workers are kind of pissed, though.
Yeah, you can send me that number in PMs. I'll give you a call. Oops. I'm a bad boy, guys. He said Foxtrot. He did say that, and I read it as Foxtrot 1. I don't know why he did that. All right. Lower MFD. LNAV and VNAV armed. So, would that be a runway incursion? Because I crossed up the wrong taxiway even though I was cleared to cross? That's a good question, right? Because I was cleared to cross, but just at a different taxiway. I don't know. ICAST is good. Let's do terrain on the left, Wixer on the right. Alright, start switches. Continuous.
Delta 2054, the San Francisco TTAF's 120.5. There's no traffic observed on final. Good day.
Okay, over to CTAP. Thank you for your service. Sorry about the incursion, the Delta 2054.
No worries. Have a good one.
You too. Okay, over to CTAP. Alright, start switches are good. Lights on. San Francisco traffic, Delta 2054 departing runway 28 left, West LA 5 departure. Alright, start the clock.
Approaching 28 left.
Keep it rolling.
On runway 28 left.
Alright, so take off thrust. And one toga.
knots.
Thrust hold.
V1, rotate. Positive rate. Gear up.
LNAV. VNAV speed. Cisco traffic, Delta 2054 is clear, 28 left, last call. Flaps 1. Flaps up. It does sound good. Look how nice this plane's flying, guys. No hands. No hands. This thing is such a beast. Love flying this plane. This is my favorite. Look at that speed control there with pitch. Thank you. This is autopilot software now, guys. Look how nice this thing's flying. I love it. I love it. My crowning achievement is this jet. Alright, autopilot's coming on. After takeoff checklist, landing gears up, lights out, handles off, flaps up, retract, no lights, auto brakes, off, stereo lights, and start switches. Well, yep, it will be a huge difference. I mean, that's why they brought me on the team to fix all that stuff. So I'm just glad that you're able to recognize the difference. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to start dimming some of these MFDs because they're getting a little bright. It's going to start getting dark in here. Did you ever do plan? Well, okay, so we have a thing called shared cockpit, but to be honest with you, it's not very well. It's not a great plugin. It doesn't work good, and I don't think that the creators of it are really putting a lot of effort into it. I've used it a few times, and I don't think I've ever been able to successfully complete a single flight with it. There's always been something that went wrong with it at one point or another. So, as much as I would love to do two-person cockpit stuff, it's really, really fun when it does work. I haven't been able to make it work. So, you know, I'm not going to spend any more money on it. I used to have a pro license so that I could host it. If somebody else wants to host it, spend the money for it, I'll be happy to join them, but I'm not paying for that anymore. It's just not, doesn't work good enough. No, yeah, so I'm on a 4K resolution, and there's no way you can max this out on 4K. So I've got about mid-range stuff, mid-range plus, but it's not maxed out. I can't do that on 4K. If I was running on like 1440p, I could definitely max it out, but not on 4K. It's very, very taxing on my computer at 4K. Alright, let's try my new button, see if it works here. Altimeter standard. Nope. Wrong button. How about this one? Hey!
San Francisco Tower, good evening. Swiss 65 Mike Heavy. Information Romeo approaching runway 28 right.
Have to take off checklist complete. Oh, okay. So United, Delta, Hawaiian, Southwest, and I don't know. I think it's it. I don't have a fifth one. I'll tell you the absolute biggest piece of crap airline that there is, though. American Airlines. They are awful. They are absolutely the worst. And the second worst is Alaska Airlines. So any airline that starts with A is a piece of junk in the United States. That's my opinion. I don't like them. Alright guys, getting kind of close to the top of the sit here. $22 to go.
To go.
Check. FMC speed, VNAV path. Nice. Smooth level off. Alright guys, we're cruising, man. It's smooth up here right now. Alright, let's get these seatbelt signs off. Let these guys get up and walk around. Sometimes it's just relaxing to sit here and just chill while you're cruising. We don't have that far to go either, so. Looks like top of descent is in 100 miles at 3:48. So in about 5 minutes, I'll start our arrival briefing for Los Angeles. You know what we could do? Let's tune in the ATIS and grab that. $133.8. Let's see if we can get the ATIS on here. 13380. I'll keep that tuned in. Tell you what, here's what I'll do. I'll put this back on Unicom, and then I'll put ATIS on over here. 133.8. And let's see if we can grab it at some point here. Alright, I just downloaded this level up. So how do I input my SimBrief flight plan into the FMS? Okay. Okay, let me see if I can do this real quick. So, once you run your SimBrief, okay, you scroll down here to flight plan download, and you go all the way to the bottom and you go Zibo Mod 737. Okay, download this, only this. If it's anything else, it's not going to work. So download that. Okay. Now go into X-Plane, your main X-Plane folder. All right. Now go into Output and see if you have a folder called FMS Plans. If you have it, that's where the file goes. If you don't have this folder, create a folder called FMS Plans, like this. Okay. Then you take your downloaded 737 file and you drop it in there. Okay. If you have one in there, you can overwrite it. I'm not going to do that right now, but I'm just showing you. Okay. You'll put it in that folder. After that, you'll go down here to Airside Service. You'll go. It'll say load OFP. Then you'll activate, and when you do that, you'll also be able to get the route and the performance data update through your FMC. That file does all of that. Not on my Discord server, there's not. No. But you can take a picture of it right here. But Fly with Lua also has a ton of scripts in there that I'm using as well. But there you go. Screenshot that. Alright, let's start briefing this arrival. We'll go over the landing data. Alright, landing weight's going to be 150.5. That'll be auto brakes 3. Flaps 30, approach speed 151 with the VREF of 146 again, same as before. So with those numbers, with the current weather at Los Angeles, we can expect a factored landing distance of 7,600 feet with a factored distance margin of 1273. So auto brakes 3. Flaps 30. VREF 150. Nope. VREF 146. Same as before. We are on the Ironman 2 RNAV arrival. Transitioning on here at Burgle. Got some crossings. 280 at Muppet. And then a window to fly through. Simon at 250. 12,000 feet. Based. Above 9 at 240. Juice below 9. Cliffy 78 at 210. Dodger 6,210. And then we're going to transition on to the RNAV Zulu runway 24 right approach. The RVR is 4,000 feet. Let's check the weather here. Got some weather information. Alpha. Wind 240 at 14. 10 mile visibility. Fuel clouds at 900. Temperature 22. Altimeter 2984. Alright, so that's good. MSA is 7,700 feet from runway 24 right due to high mountainous terrain above and front. The decision altitude for us, because we're RNP 0.3, is 586. Missed approach, climb 2,000 on track 251 to I Guppy. On track 263 to Rafts and Hold. .586 on the Barrow. Altimeter 2984. Landing altitude is 120 feet. Seatbelt signs coming on. Few minutes from heading down to get everybody strapped in. You know what? I have not been hearing VATSIM ATIS all day. I haven't tuned in, and I'm not getting it. I don't know if it's me or what, but I'm not hearing it at all. Okay, top of drop is 30 miles, 4 minutes. No floodlight. Why would I want the floodlight? I like it dark in my cockpit. Look, check this out. See my office? It's dark too, right? I like to keep my lights, I like to keep it dark. It keeps my eyes adjusted for the night. So I have my cockpit dark, and I have my home cockpit dark too. That's just the way I like to run it. I can show you my graphics settings, but I'm gonna do it quick because it's gonna pause my sim. All right, you ready? Get ready. Take a picture. Here it is. These are my graphics settings. Remember, I'm on 4K, so I keep that high ultra off here. 100% 8.4. That's off. Clouds max. Shadows aircraft only. Low, medium. I like to draw the boats and 3D vegetation. And here's my field of view settings. Remember, 4K. 4K. Take a picture. IO back in. There you go. Here, I'll turn the light on so you can see what it looks like, Ben. Not for long. You're very welcome. My setup. Honeycomb Alpha, PAP 3, Airbus FCU, Honeycomb Alpha, Bravo here, Alpha here, Airbus side stick, rudder pedals down there, and a big monitor. It's gigantic. Yeah, hey Matthew, I'm kind of thinking about it too. The Thrustbuster is not that great. It's not the best, definitely not the best joystick out there. I have that's what I have too, but I don't like the way it centers up. It's too stiff. Not my favorite. I'm thinking about getting the wind control one as well. Alright guys, listen up for the ping, for the ding. Okay, well here's the ones that I use. I don't know if they're the best ones, but this is what I use. They're pretty cheap. Logitech Pro rudder pedals. This is the ones that I'm using right now. And I've used these for about 20 years, okay? I have had two of these and I've used them for about 20 years. So this is what I'm used to. I'm not saying there aren't better ones, because I'm sure there are. But for me, these work good. Yes, actually. I'm about to okay, oh, hold on. I'm gonna fly the 777 in about an, what time is it right now? In about 45 minutes, I'm gonna fly the 777. So if you're asking me for help setting it up, like you know, like doing the cockpit flow and the whole pre-flight, all that stuff.
Runway 24 and 25.
Hey!
Call for push into all taxiways and city ramp.
This is my ATIS.
Include your call sign in all read. Use caution when exiting runway 24 right at taxiway Victor, Whiskey, and Yankee to hold short of runway 24 left. Multiple runway incursions have occurred. Advise on initial contact. You have information. Los Angeles International Airport ATIS information Alpha 02.
Alright, just want to make sure it worked. Okay, I'll tell you why. Check it out. This is how fast it works when I use the thing. Pretty slow, right? And then I can do it like this. And something else I want you to keep in mind, Captain. This stupid piece of plastic controller that I have, there's a finite amount of clicks and turns in this knob before it breaks. I don't know how many. 5,000, 10,000, a million. But you can't turn it forever. It's going to break. So I would rather save those finite amount of rotations for when I really need it to make small adjustments, as opposed to staying here, turning this 300 times to get down from 310 to 6,000 when I can do it in the sim. I like to save my clicks and push buttons for when I don't have the hand free to take up, put on the mouse. I reach up to the panel. But I'm convinced that this thing only has a certain amount of turns and button pushes before I break something on it, right? It's just made out of plastic and it's Chinese. So, you know, for big, large changes, I'll use the mouse. For small stuff, like when I'm on approach or taking off, I'll use the panel. I hope that makes sense to you. Yes, I'm going to be flying the 777 tonight. So I'm going to land this, take about a 10-minute break, and then we're going to fly. We're going to set up the 777 for a flight to London Heathrow tonight. So if you don't mind, I'm going to land this, park it, go eat something real quick, and then I'm going to do another stream for the 777 and come back, sub to my channel, come back, and I will show you how to do a full 777 setup from cold and dark all the way to cruising at flight level whatever. You know, Thai Airways has 777s. My girlfriend flew on one last year from London to Bangkok. She said it was an excellent airline. She was very happy with it. Okay, hey, Vivid, there's no problem. There's two options for you for that. So here's what most of us do for to keep them from moving on the carpet, because I have carpet too. So with that, I push it up against the wall, and then I push the pedals up against the book. So whenever I press on the pedals press against the book, and the book presses against the wall, and it keeps them from sliding around. That's option one. Option two is these rudder pedals also come with sticky Velcro strips pretty big ones, right? So you put one of them on the bottom of the pedals, and you put the other part on your carpet. So you just put you Velcro it to the carpet. So between the book and the Velcro, my things are solid as heck. They do not move at all. Like, I'm actually pulling on them with my feet right now, trying to pull it aft, and they are not moving. So do the book and the Velcro that is supplied with it, and these things aren't going anywhere. Oh, hey, just out of curiosity, what video card are you using? What for you that is mentioning the VRAM crash? Are you on an AMD card or something else? Let me know. What's up, Jesse? How you doing, man? Oh my God, a 5070. That shouldn't be doing that. You gotta turn your video settings down a little bit. Jesse, I don't know of one, but I know of some people who can help you. If you come over to my Discord server, there's a guy there that does excellent liveries. He paints them all the time. He can probably help you out. All right, altimeter 29084. Come over to my server and I'll introduce you to him. I'm sure he can give you some pointers.
Altimeter setting. Altimeter setting.
Yep, already got it. Yeah, between the book or your piece of wood and the Velcro, these things don't move at all. So, and I push on them pretty hard too sometimes. Okay, we're getting a little bit fast here. The speed restriction is 280. We're doing 288. I'm gonna let it bleed down on its own. I know that freeway. I've been on that one many times. I'm from Southern California, guys, so like this is all like home to me. I live over here. Yeah, man. Hey, I don't know if you looked at my video settings, but hey, are you on 4K? What resolution are you running right now? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dial in LAX tower, just so I can hear what's being said. D-cell.
Southwest 1534, cross runway 24 left at Yankee. Taxi to the gates via Echo. To the gates via Echo, cross 24 left at Yankee. Southwest 1534.
Yeah, the TI would have done good. I have a
Delta 905, departure offline, frequency change approved, have a safe
I
flight.
have a 5080.
Okay, frequency change approved, Delta 905, see ya. Alaska 51, wind 24014, RNAV to Docker, runway 25, right, cleared for takeoff. RNAV to arm distance, takeoff, runway 51. LA Tower, Delta 269,
hey Smith, it's Los Angeles Tower on Benson.
iOS, 24 right.
There's LA.
Delta 269 heavy, LA Tower, good evening, wind 24014, runway 24 right, clear to land. Clear to land, 24 right. 269 heavy.
No, dude. Dude, it's like $5,000 for those stupid things. Oh no, this is not AI anything. I can't stand AI crap, dude. Alright, start switches. Let's go over to continuous. No, this is fat simi. These are real humans that we're talking to here. Alright, exterior lights. First checklist complete. Alright, and I will be using the HUD for this landing because somebody asked me to do it.
Skyhawk 3 to Quebec, runway 25 left, clear to land. 25 off, clear to land, Skyhawk 731 to Quebec. Alaska 51, departures offline, frequency change approved, have a safe flight. Order advised, runway.
Why would they do that when people are gonna pay it, dude? They'll just blame it on AI and say it's the RAM prices, dude. They're not gonna drop their prices. They can just blame it on data centers taking all the RAM up.
LA is information Bravo, now current wind 2209, altimeter 2986.
2986. Alright, speed brakes. Flaps 1. Speed 210. Over the terrain. Well, we're not going to be using a localizer. This is an RNAV approach.
Good evening.
So I'll make this easy for you. There's 3 things you need to look at. The most important things: airspeed, altitude, and this little thing right here. Okay.
You're pushing into the ramp. It's uncontrolled. If you need to push onto Charlie, let me know.
This big circle with the wings is your airplane's flight path trajectory, and the small zero, the small thing is like your flight director. You want to put the big plane on the little circle, and that's all you gotta do. It's as simple as that.
Right for departure.
I hope that makes sense.
For push instruct base keys and runway 25 right.
Yep. Yeah, bullseye. Keep the little circle in the big circle, and you're gonna be fine. That's all you gotta do. Los Angeles Tower, good evening. Delta 2054. We're on the RNAV Zulu runway 24 right approach at the Dodger transition. FMC speed.
Delta 2054, LA Tower, good evening. Continue your approach.
Continue approach, 2054. Alright, speed 180.
Skyhawk 32 Quebec. Make your next left turn. You can taxi to either SBO of your choice via Alpha. Alright, next left.
He's not
Alpha
required
departure.
to, but he can use it when it's required during
Delta
IMC conditions,
269
low visibility.
Heavy. Welcome to Los
but they can
Angeles.
use them when they want to.
Runway 24 left at Victor. Say parking.
We have a Southwest captain on our Discord server, and he said he loves his HUD. But he used to be an F-18 pilot in the Navy, so he's used to using HUD. So he said he enjoys using it.
Delta 269 Heavy, perfect. Make a left
Flaps
on
5.
Echo, taxi to the gates via Echo. Thanks for flying. Terminal 3 via Echo, 269 Heavy. Have a good night.
Yeah. He's a Navy captain, like 06, and now he's a captain for Southwest too. We call him Captain Ron. All right, cool. Thanks. I'll take a look at it. Alright, speed brakes armed.
Delta 2054, wind 2209, runway 24 right, clear to land.
Clear land 24 right, Delta 2054. It's not the flap angle, it's the spoiler angle. I've already adjusted it. Alright, gear down, flaps 15, speed 160.
$2,500.
Okay, flaps 25. Speed 151. Flaps 30. Landing checklist. Landing gears down, 3 green, spoilers arm, auto brakes 3, flaps 30. Altimeter's cross check. Autopilot's off. Our throttle's off. Yeah, we're not gonna mess around with a couple of degrees of flap. It doesn't make any difference. Okay, mid switch altitude is set. Alright, we are clear to land. Before landing checklist complete.
1,000 feet, stabilized, miss approach altitude set.
Checked. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that buttered stuff, man. I just try to get it down, okay? I'm not a butter guy.
Approaching 24 right.
You're very welcome. Alright, I'm gonna pay attention where I'm going now.
Approaching minimums. 500. Minimums.
Continue.
Delta 905 Tango.
100.
Information Bravo is current to runway 25 right. Taxi via Charlie 6 Bravo.
20. 10.
Delta 9 Tango, taxi via Charlie 6 and Bravo for runway 25 right.
Manual braking.
80 knots.
Delta 2054, welcome to Los Angeles. Exit left on Whiskey, cross runway 24 left at Whiskey. Taxi to the gates via Echo, thanks for flying.
Okay, left on Whiskey, cross left on Whiskey, cross 24 left at Whiskey, and left on Echo to the gates, Delta 2054.
Approaching 6 right.
Man, I can't talk. Yeah, don't listen to that thing. It's smooth enough for me. We didn't bend any metal, we're fine. We are in the touchdown zone, that's what matters. Alright. Okay, after line check, the spoiler handle. Flaps. Auto brakes. Wixer. Strobes are off. Engine start switches. Off. APU. Block. Hold. Step trim. Okay. After that, checklist complete. Alright, let's look at those numbers. All right. Look at that, guys. Center line 1.6. Center line 1.6. Right in the touchdown zone. Pitch was good. I'm perfectly happy with this number. I don't care about this minus 230. It's fake news. Am I on the center line? Am I in a touchdown zone? We hit all those metrics. We're good. Way good. Oh yeah, it's way better, man. X-Plane is the business, dude. If you're not on X-Plane, what are you even flying? Oh yeah, better drive, huh? Okay, my parking is coming up here on Kilo. Wait, I can't go there. I think I missed my turn. Alright, I'll fix it. We'll just take Delta 10, come back around. Yeah, microslop, that's what I call it. I'm not a fan. Right. Parking checklist. Alright, APU gens. Fuel cutoff.
Delta 905 Tango Heavy, wind 220 at 9. RNAV to Docker, runway 25 right, cleared for takeoff.
Delta 950, check for takeoff, runway 25 right.
And Delta 905 Tango, just to read back RNAV to Docker.
Direct to Docker, Delta 950.
That should be your first fix on your waypoint there. Runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
Okay, APU's off. Alright guys, I stream like 3 to 4 times a week. In fact, alright, listen up everybody, very carefully. I'm gonna go take a 10-minute break, and then we're gonna do a new stream, and we're gonna be flying the Flight Factor 777-200ER from here to London Heathrow. Now, I'm not gonna stream the whole flight, but we're gonna do the setup and the takeoff and the climb to cruise, and then I'm gonna go to bed. And then tomorrow morning we're gonna land the 777 at London Heathrow on stream. I will not be streaming the middle of the flight because nobody wants to see 10 hours of flying across the Atlantic with me asleep. There's no point. So give me about 10 minutes, guys. I'm going to restart my computer because it's always good to have a fresh start before you do a long flight. We will be at LAX, 777, all the way to London. So come back. Please come back. If you want to watch 777 action, come back to this channel in 12 minutes. Thank you so much for everybody who was here. I had a great time. You guys kept me really entertained, and I got a ton of views, man. This is some big numbers for me, so I appreciate you guys being here for this. Please come back for the 777 stuff, all right? I'll be back in about 12 minutes. Catch you then. Bye-bye.